everyone, I'm Miss Maria with the Hemphill Branch of the Greensboro Public Library. Let's look at this book, Prairie Lotus by Linda Sue Park. So Hanna is a half Chinese girl living in a prairie town. The neighbors have never even seen an Asian person before. Some of them are being mean or unfriendly. In fact, the school board calls a meeting to decide if Hanna can even attend school there. So the night the meeting is held, Hanna sneaks up to the window outside and she's secretly listening in to what is being said at the meeting. The noise settled. Mr. Harris went on. I know folks here have some concerns about a new student who began attending school yesterday. You'll all be able to have your say, but I'd like to start with Miss Walters. She's the teacher. A quiet moment and then Miss Walters began to speak. Her voice did not carry as well as Mr. Harris's. Slowly, cautiously, Hanna rose from her crouch, so she was standing next to the window rather than hunched beneath it. Attended school yesterday, and today I would like you to know she is a fine student. She has comported herself perfectly and has been kind to her schoolmates as well. Hanna frowned. Kind? When? Miss Walters went on. There has been absolutely no trouble resulting from her attendance, nor do I expect any. Indeed, I would say the opposite, that her scholarship and behavior will serve as an excellent example to the other students. But she doesn't belong here. I don't want her in school with my children. Order! Mr. Harris raised his voice. I said you'd all be given a chance to speak. I intend to run this meeting in a civilized manner, and if anyone causes trouble, why, I'll have to bring in the justice of the peace. Wow. So later, Hanna has a chance to talk to her father, about what happened at the meeting and what's going to happen next. Hanna knew what Papa would say before he said it. I don't know, Hanna. People are already riled. I don't like the sound of it. She paused before she spoke. Mr. Harris said I could attend school until he hears back from Washington on what the law is. No answer. Yesterday afternoon had given her a tantalizing glimpse of school at its best. If she could have lessons like that for the rest of the term, she could graduate as Mama had wanted. There was another reason, though, a more important one. The world was so often unfair, and she couldn't do a single thing about most of that unfairness. But she had learned from Mama to fight it wherever she could, and that meant right here in LaForge. So I hope you'll give this book a try. The time period is so interesting. It gives you a just different viewpoint than you may have read in some other stories about the pioneer days. And you'll get to see what happens to Hanna and her papa and the town. So give it a try. Okay, let's make a button spinner. This is an old-fashioned toy, sometimes called a whirligig. It's been played with for centuries by children and cultures all around the world. You'll need some simple materials to create this. So you'll need some thread or a thin string, a pretty good sized button, scissors, and a ruler. So cut your thread or string in a length about 3 feet long. And then you're going to thread it through the two holes of your button. If your button has 4 holes like this one, pick 2 that are diagonally across from each other. Put the thread through both holes. And then you're just going to tie the 2 ends together in a very simple knot. A square knot, an overhand knot, whatever works for you. So I'm just putting my 2 ends together and tying a quick knot. And there's our toy. So the making of it is pretty simple, but the playing with it is a little bit like a yo-yo or some other toys that you have to sort of develop the knack for. So let me show you how it's supposed to work. So slide the button, pull the 2 loops of the string out so that the button is in the middle. Let me put the knot on one end. So there, the button is in the middle of our 2 loops of thread. We're going to hold these with our fingers and we're going to twist and twist and twist this. Spin it around until we've twisted up a lot of the thread on both sides. Keep going. Then, to make it play, you're going to pull it, and you get a buzzing or a slight whirring sound. Like I said, it takes a little practice. So let me try it one more time to see if I can hear that sound. I don't know that you'll be able to hear it on camera, but it does make a little bit of a sound. So let me twist it a whole lot. Twist it, twist it, twist it, twist it, twist it. And then pull it. There we go. I could hear the buzzing sound and you can see the button sort of vibrating. So that second time was a little better. Like I said, you try this if you would like to at home. Practice with a little bit. The more you twist it up to begin with, the more you wind it up, the better it will do when you start to pull the ends of your thread. You'll get more vibration and a little bit more sound. If you really like this toy, you could add extra buttons to each end of your loops, and that will make a little bit better handle to hold on to as you're pulling it in and out and as you're winding it and twisting it. So you can try that if you like to. And that will be your button spinner, or sometimes called a button whirly gig. Give it a try and see what you think. Thank you.